Testing. 1, 2. Hello. Come in, London. Are you there? Let me clip this on first. Oh, where does that spike from? Is that just from me messing around? Oh, that's worrying, isn't it? I'm going to stick this on here for the time being until I can sort everything else out. Need to find out if anybody's here. I'll explain in a second why I'm a couple of minutes late and why I'm in a little bit of my normal John Tiz. But I just want to make sure you can hear me and see me first. That's the most important part. Watch live now. Oh, you can see me. Yay, there we go. Right, okay. And Tech Toby says hi. Tobias says hi. So I assume that means that you can all see me. What's the delay like? Okay, delay's not that bad. And John Edge is back. Hello, everybody. Looking forward to a good row today. So am I. Right. As you can see, I'm not entirely connected up because you can see the QuickTime window is open for how I record my iPhone because I'm on the Concept 2 today, which means I have to do this through the iPhone. Good evening, Ed Farr. How are you? All good online. Fantastic. Yeah. That's to tuck in. Oh. Hi there, Wolverine. That's me. Got to put my microphone up my t-shirt. Just going to just go for a trip. Oh, here this time from my basement. What does that say? What does the rest of that say? Not the fire hall. Ooh. Oh, yeah, because you're the firefighter. Right, I'm just going to go for a journey up my t-shirt. Sorry. Sorry about that. Nobody needs to go up there. Clip this on the top. Okay, and then tuck my wee cable in my shorts. I'll just quickly, in fact, I'll tell you what, I'll make, before my next inane bit of chat, I'll make myself go bigger. There you go, so you can see me better. Not that you really care. I'm slightly out of focus, aren't I? Why am I so soft? Now the question is, do I go and mess around with focus? I think after last week when I started messing around with the camera and it all went wrong, I don't think so. I mean, when I'm a tiny little fella down in the bottom corner, it doesn't really matter, but when I'm blowing myself up like this, you can see how soft I am. Oh, where's the focus at? That's worrying because I was filming something earlier on today and I've not changed the camera setup, so I'm a little bit concerned that everything I filmed earlier on today is going to be out of focus now. But anyway, the reason I did that is that it's coming on nicely, isn't it? My little Wolverine beard. I'm growing quite fond. What's Ted always said? 133 participants, crikey. Yeah, it's going. I'm growing quite fond of it. I'm thinking. So I've grown this for. Let's see if I can talk and plug and play at the same time. Grown this for obviously for the High Rocks race on the 1st of December, and then the plan was obviously to shave it off afterwards. But I've kind of grown quite fond of it. So I'm certainly going to try and see if I can keep it until Frankfurt, which is the 14th of. So I'm closing all my apps first. The 14th of December. See if. See if I can keep it. Obviously, it's down to me. It's my face. But I know Julie's not an entire fan of it. So, right, Xer. In fact, actually, I'm going to try. I'm going to do App Store first to make sure I'm running. It seems the problem last week where I wasn't seeing anyone else, it was only me on my own, that apparently was due to the fact that I thought I'd updated the app. Xer. Because when I opened up the app on, does it say update? No, it doesn't. When I opened up the app on the computer, it said update it, which I said yes, but apparently the update didn't happen. So although I thought I was doing an update, I hadn't. And so it was that was the reason why I couldn't see anyone. Right, just got to quickly file, software update. Well, hopefully, file, new movie recording, file, what do I want? Screen. Oh, is it done? Right. Do I want to install a new? No, because we can see me. You can see that on there, can't you? Yeah, you can. Who's buzzing? Oh, that's just someone giving me kudos for my park run yesterday. All right, no, I want. Right, there we go. You too big? No, that's fine. All right, doesn't seem particularly centralized today. Something's slightly off. Is that me that's off? Or are we all good? Can't see. No, it's all right. Well, you can see the big. Oh, it's because I've blown that up, isn't it? That's why I'm being a dafty. Okay. Right. Let me connect the rower. So if I go, it's a simple enough process. The good thing about the concept too is it is actually a simple enough process for connecting it up. The only reason I have to do it through that, I've not actually checked to see whether the delay issue with the Mac still happens. It's been so long that, oh, come on. Sorry. Come on, clear. There we go. Start an indoor row, and it should then pop up on here. Or maybe I'll go back in again. Reconnecting Epix Pro. And let's go for the row, and we'll see how many it shows for me. Because what we were saying, 133 is what Tech Toby said. Is that 138? Okay, nice. I'm liking that. 100, crikey. That breaks the biggest ever, doesn't it? Like you can see all my little bits that are hanging around. You can see the lights. There's a little bit of, you can see to the left of the screen, that's like my light. And then there's a Dyson heater at the bottom, a little corner of the RP3, a kettlebell bottom right. Anything else to show you? There's an old Tesco bag at the top. Oh dear. There's stuff I have to throw into the corners to film this stuff. I'm going to make myself smaller so you can see my pace as well. Because after all, there you go, that's better, isn't it? Just in case you want to see my pace. Or I'm going to be 1 or 2 something so I can obscure that. Is that all right? Okay. Nick Foxy Fox says, good evening, morning to all you super rowers. See, it just shows actually running this at, because that's a good point. How long we've got? 4 minutes. I can chat for 4 minutes. Running this in the evening then I think this is what's kind of made such a huge difference with there being 138 people on the water. How many are watching live on the YouTubes? 30 people are watching live on the YouTubes. Hi, all 30 of you. But yeah, obviously makes a difference. I mean, this is the first time I think I've broken 100 rowers on Exer, and I think British rowing, the most I've seen is 110. So as far as I'm concerned, this is the most I've ever rowed with on Exer. So yeah, so hey, it's all about me. Right, I'm keeping my fleece on until it's time to row because it's, just to quickly say, the reason I was a little bit discombobulated starting the row today is that Holly, my youngest, she's going to swimming club, and I had to kind of try and get her there and get back in time for the start of this. In fact, I actually had this ready to go. Look, I'm running late, need to take Holly swimming, but I'll be back for 5 minutes. I had that like ready to go on the computer to like leave it so that, but I didn't need that in the end because we managed to make it in time. But it does mean that I'm a little bit kind of hyper when it comes to, yeah, it's like, oh, okay. So I'm a little bit like Doc Brown, great Scott. Yeah, anyway, no coffee today, but I've got my concoction of sporty drink. Kids in their hob. I know. Well, I think it's Jamie, eldest daughter. She's been away at a swim gala all day. So Julie took her to the swimming gala. And then I've just been at home with Holly. She's been baking biscuits all day, so the house smells lovely. I feel like a taxi. Oh yeah, all right, yes. Yes, dad taxi is what I call myself. The amount of times I get invited to come out somewhere, the amount of times I get invited to go out somewhere for like a night out or something, I'm like, I can't, because I'm a dad taxi. Got things to do, kids to move. Well, I'm going to quickly just put full screen on that. Hopefully it shouldn't do anything to... There you go, yeah. It's weird how that happens. Oh no, tell me that record button doesn't stay up if... Oh, there you go, cool. Oh, yeah. Anyway, right. Where are we? We're a minute and a half to go. 2 more people have joined us on the YouTubes. Don't know how many. We're at 138 from my screen, but that might have updated. Hey, TT, how are you? Yeah, so I don't see Andrew Fielden anywhere, so I'm not going to get drawn into sprints with him. Jerome, are we sprinting? Is it Jerome? I don't know if that's the right pronunciation. Are we sprinting together today? If so, remember, I'm going to skip the first one because it always happens too soon. But I'll sprint from then on. Yep, he says, yep. So, okay. I'll try and keep close to you, or you try and keep close to me, and we'll do some sprinting when it comes to it. But remember, everybody can roll this at their own pace. You don't have to sprint just because I'm sprinting. You don't have to try and keep up with me. As I say, a new high numbers record just shows Wolverine star quality bringing in the punters. That's what it is. Right, I need to remember and look at my actual computer for the countdown. Oh, God, crikey, it is so cold. Oh, there's a lovely moon tonight. I think it's a beaver moon, do they call it? Anyway, yeah, so look at the screen, because there's what, so it's 32 there. There's like a 4 or 5 second delay between YouTube and the Xer app. So if you are running on the Xer app, make sure and look at your app and not YouTube for the start, right? Good. Okay, and indoor row, can start that. Where are we? Oh, right, I'm definitely going to use the first chunk of this row to warm up because I'm freezing cold and I'm feeling a little bit stiff in the old body. So I'm definitely not going to be sprinting the first one, okay? So we're getting ready to go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. And just see where my body takes me. It is kind of, I do sometimes like, I did this a couple of weeks ago, just closing my eyes and rowing and just thinking, right, I want this to be at an easy intensity. And then I open my eyes and I say, all right, so my easy intensity is 201 from a starting point. Because sometimes you look at the monitor and it's like the tail wagging the dog. It's like when my watch tells me in the mornings that I'm under-recovered and I should really take a rest. And I'm like, but I feel good. Stop telling me that. So on important days, like race days, I don't look at that metric until after the race. Sometimes it's good to know afterwards, say you underperformed, and then you can look at your recovery and go, all right, okay. But you don't want that nagging doubt in your head from your watch telling you that you're not ready. That happened whatever year it was that I made the 500 meter plan for the RowAlong channel. When it came to one of the 500 meter time trials, my watch was telling me have a rest day. And it completely threw me, because when I started to suffer a little bit, all that was going through my head was my watch telling me I was tired. Anyway, right, 2 minutes in, hopefully heart rate's up a bit, maybe your body is opening up a bit. I'm not doing this sprint, okay? Oh, I've lost connection with server. What's happened? I wondered where everyone went. Hello? Where is everyone? Am I on my own again? Oh. Right, well, it's not an internet issue, because if it was, I wouldn't be still broadcasting on YouTube. Oh, who knows? Anyway, I'm not sprinting this one anyway. Was it like a 750 meter sprint? It's way too soon for that nonsense. Oh, hang on. Tech Toby has also lost connection, although he's putting a typo. He says lost connection with zoo. Oh, hopefully the tigers don't get out. Oh well, that's okay though. You get to still see the splendor of the Xer scenery and stuff, but not quite right from the group rowing point of view. It's times like this where, at least if you are watching the YouTube output, you can at least see me. Anyway, what was I talking about? Yeah. Oh, there's someone ahead. Victor Jakob, maybe? Oh, he's not moving. So, start thinking about what's going on with your body when you're rowing. now that you're nicely warmed up. And so that means when you get to the back of the stroke, pull the handle into your chest. That's where you should think about setting up for the next stroke. So finish, pull in your arms, and then arms away. And as they go away, they link. Also lost connection for Casper Blom actually. Server, what did I say? Server overload? Overload, yeah, I think so. So I'll just continue talking. Arms away, and then rock forwards over your hips. Try to, oh, is everybody coming back? Hey! Where'd everybody go? Arms tilt forwards over your hips, and then once hands are past knees and you're in that forwards rock, that's when you bend your knees to roll into the front of the machine. And remember, try not to go past shins vertical if possible. I mean, if possible is a bit redundant there. Getting to shins vertical is the if possible. Getting past is something you're doing that you're able to stop. And the reason being that it's not the optimal position for an efficient drive phase of the stroke. Plus, when you overcompress, there's a chance that your backside will escape from underneath you, losing you the drive length you think you're getting by overcompressing. And then finally, that overcompressing puts a lot of strain on your muscles as they squash up to the front, tiring you out quicker. Whereas if you can get to shins vertical, all of the efficiency of the stroke kicks in. Ideally, of course, you want to get there where there's little a heel raise as possible, but that's only the ideal. There's nothing like wrong about a heel raise, as long as you are getting those heels down and pushing powerfully with the legs as you drive. There you go, so that's the basics of technique that I want you to think about as we go through today's row. Just analyze certain points in your stroke, like your hip rock. Are you tilting forwards over your hips rather than rolling and slumping your posture? Are you keeping your arms straight as you roll forwards, only pulling at the back of the stroke? Whew. I'm not sure I'll still be at 2:01 pace after whatever sprint we're going to hit when it comes up, but I'll still hang around here because this half-hour row is all I'm getting to do exercise-wise today. Been a busy day, even though I've been at home while Holly has been baking biscuits. And this evening isn't going to be any quieter. I spent most of the day writing a High Rocks rowing masterclass script, and then after I'd done that, I spent 2 hours filming the thing. So hopefully tonight I'll edit the majority of it together, even though I won't get it finished today. Hopefully I'll get it done tomorrow, online some point tomorrow. But one of the top High Rocks athletes got in touch. I'm not going to say who, but he got in touch. I was like, oh, look at this. And said I'd made so many videos about High Rocks rowing technique for the mere mortals, but I hadn't ever really discussed the best way to row for the elites. And would I mind making a specific High Rocks rowing video? Hey, there's Andrew Fielden. Hey. Just in time for a sprint, I think. Where is it? I might carry on my story. Yeah, so that's what I spent about 4 hours writing it, trying to think about the best way to put it across. And then when I film these things, I don't use an auto cue. I just read a paragraph, try and remember it, and then talk to the camera. And so it takes a while to film these. It's only going to be about 20 minutes long, but it took about an hour and a half to do the filming, then half an hour to set up and pick up some examples. So I'm flanneling a little bit so I can find out if this is a sprint or the end of a lap. I can never remember how long the Boston course is that we're on. Let's find out, and then I'll know whether to carry on with my story or not. Take a moment to breathe though, in case it is a sprint. But T. Tommy's icon is in front of the banner, so I don't know. So if there's only one sprint on this course, it means it's only that 700. Oh, here we go. Okay, hope we're all ready. One more stroke for me, Let's go. Oh, 25.56. Oh, let's take it easy for a few strokes. Oh. And then gradually pick up the pace again. I do wonder, as being Andrew popped up on screen quite late today, had he been a late starter? I'm not sure what the icon is from Sharon on the chat. Was that you waving goodbye as you passed me? Oh, that was a fun sprint though. Felt like my technique was quite choked. I wasn't quite getting in to full compression, but I was happy to see that it was showing 125 pace on my monitor. So 16 and a half in to this rope. Hopefully that means, well, I don't know actually. I was going to say, if this is a short course, we might get to do that again. I don't think we will. Ooh. So, like I say, the High Rocks rowing video should be online tomorrow or Tuesday, but on the off chance that you're not going to watch it because it's about High Rocks, the one thing that I think could be quite eye-opening is when I do a test of rowing 2 minutes pace at 20 strokes a minute, and I had the stroke power, or force, sorry, average force showing on ErgZone, because it was showing as 120, 119, 120 pounds of force to row at 2 minutes pace. And then I took it up to 28 strokes a minute. And the first time I held 2 minutes pace, and the force per stroke dropped to 90 pounds of pressure, of force per stroke, which is a bit of a no duh when you really think about it, because I'm doing 8 strokes extra per minute. So something has to be less. And it's the force per stroke. But then I increased the rate to 28, but also matched the power that I was getting at 2 minutes. So 120 pounds of force, but this time at 28 strokes a minute. And that took me down to like 1:49 pace, and it all kind of makes sense when you compare pace and rate. Like, if you were rowing 10 meters per stroke at 20 strokes per minute, and then 28 strokes a minute, you're also rowing 10 meters per stroke, then obviously you're going to be rowing faster on the 28s because you're taking 8 strokes a minute more, which is 80 meters more. So that's like 200 meters covered at 20 strokes a minute, and 28 or 280 meters in a minute at 28. And I'm kind of hoping that having the ErgZone screen showing this is going to really help people understand that rowing isn't just about stroke rate. It's about force, rate, and stroke length. How long that force goes in through the stroke. Right, what's coming up? And a sprint. How long is this one? Try and keep up with your own. Oh, 500. Okay, let's see what happens here. One more stroke. Okay. I might not talk much on this one. I need to practice rowing hard. So rate goes up, power goes up, and that takes me to 1:44. Gonna have to really recover. So I thought I could get away with a cheeky sprint at the finish there. Holding kind of 1:43, 1:44 for the bulk of it, and then with 100 meters to go, try and gun it. But unfortunately, Andrew and Sharon had both got too much of a lead on me. But still, thanks guys for being here. There's no way I would be working that hard through the sprints if I didn't have the two of you to race. And I think whoever that is next to me as well, can't see your tag, but there's definitely a group of us. And I'm hoping if you're rowing along on the app, Kenyally, or Kenyally? Kenyally? I'm gonna say Kenyally, probably wrong. Kenyally, I don't know. Yeah, hopefully you've found a pace group so you can do similar and race people, because especially a Sunday row, which is out with my training plan, it basically starts as a half-hour low intensity row in my head, and then just see what happens. So rowing the majority of this at 2:01 pace, coupled with some sprints, has been a perfect workout for today. I might, with 30 seconds to go, I might go for a fast last. So if you two are going to join me, look at your exer time. You two, Kenyally, if you can hear me. And when it hits 29:30, we can go for it. 30 seconds should be around 150 meters again, like the first sprint. Well, I might again stop talking so I can try and get as good a sprint as possible. 25 seconds. Feel free to join in, no matter where you are on the water, just give it everything for 30 seconds. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, I bet I was rowing with such a attractive face there. So, keep rocking, maybe do some light rowing just to recover a bit. Oh. I hope you enjoyed today's row. It sounds a bit like Bob, is it Harris, the painter? I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Never had server error until today. I know, that was intense. Says Tech Toby. Whew. Right, take a breath, compose yourself, and look back on a really good half-hour row. I mean, what does it say? Have a nice evening all and a good week. See you next weekend again. Yes, next weekend's gonna be at 9 o'clock in the morning. Row again. We're back to Rise and Row next weekend. And then, where are we? The weekend after that, I still need to get in touch with the guys at Exeter and tell them to change the icon to Sunset Row without RowAlong, because I'll be in London racing my High Rocks thing. What was Andrew Fielden saying? Shall we see if you sent us any inappropriate images today? He's not that kind of guy. I just think it's quite funny. All right, stop rowing. All right, I'll get ready to swipe away in case he started to use some rather fruity language. Saving your session. Hang on, I just want to make sure this saves first. Because it was a good old row, don't want to omit that from the logbook. Today was meant to be the RP3 rather than back on the Concept 2, but because I was filming the High Rocks Masterclass on this today, I left it in. So I might swap out the RP3 next week. Oh, very good. I'm some kind of streak. Got more coins, more medals, more whatevers. I shouldn't be quite as flippant about it. I absolutely love Exeter. I think as for what it's doing, this kind of virtual rowing, online virtual rowing thing, it can't be beat. I think the Aviron app is the best app in terms of gamified rowing. If you just want to play games, I know this has games on it, but anyway, sorry. Yeah, there you go. Oh, look, there's my daughter going to school. Right, where are we? Messages. Oh, look. And no one else has said anything rude, have they, in here? I did ask if I was doing the sprints. Enjoyed that one, but was 1 minute late being let in, so took a lot out of you. See, I thought that, yeah, I called that, didn't I? Max heart rate for the 500. Orange apples, pear, grape, fruity enough. Fair enough. Yeah, I'm not to be replying about High Rocks above, just in case you're reading all my messages. Right, I'm going to turn my phone off, so you don't have to see that. Oh no, it's stuck on. There's my gorgeous daughter. She was 15 last week. In fact, if you haven't already watched, I'll quickly just say this just because there's still 40 of you watching. If you haven't already watched it, then my review video of the race last week is online. And I tried to make it a bit more interesting than it just being a review, okay? So it's only 10 minutes long. So if you've got 10 minutes to spare and you want a little bit of entertainment, I'll try to kind of make it a bit kind of something that you'd kind of want to carry on watching rather than just going, oh, whatever. So yeah, so go to YouTube and you'll see it. It kind of says High Rocks versus Cake. That's the angle I'm taking on it, High Rocks versus Cake. So yeah, and again, I mean, I spent ages making the thing and only like 500 people have watched it, and I'm like, oh, come on. I'm going to think that all of these kind of ancillary stuff, is that right word? These kind of extra videos, nobody cares, and I think people only care on the actual row-along workouts, so I should probably stop doing app reviews and technique stuff because I get more views on the rowing workouts. But anyway, I'm not going to stop. I love making them all. So, right, I'm going to read some messages, then I'm going to say goodbye, okay? So, where do we catch up on? John Edge nearly... John, you nearly killed me with that last 30 seconds. Sorry, John. Rory Kenyally. Oh, hang on. Kenny Lee. Kennelly. All right, Kennelly. Oh, what? Got an extra A in there. Sorry. I listened out with my name. So, take home, don't buy Costa Latte from the service station. So Andrew has watched. There you go. There's a tease to the video. What's he on about? But Andrew's obviously watched the video. Thank you for watching, Andrew. That means a lot to me that you'd spend 10 minutes of your life watching it. A great row from Arkansas. Yay, Arkansas. Velo Links. Oh, good tag. I like that name, actually. Velo Links. Nice one. Nick Foxy says, thanks, everyone. David Fleming, thanks again from London, Ontario. Just you take care in your firehouse, okay? Firehouse, that was called? Fire. Just look after yourself. It's a great job, it's a little bit dangerous. Look after yourself. Clive Cooling, enjoyed that, thanks. Had server issue as well, so everybody had it then. Matthew Isaac got there in the end. Jerome, good job in the sprints. You too, come on, we were chasing each other. Thanks for the live row, excellent as always from Gavin. Encountered a DDoR, distributed denial of rowing attack. Okay. And Tech Toby can get the last thing unless someone else says. We should start a live cam community now, including live stream to YouTube. This is what I finish on then. So I did mention this a couple of weeks ago, or probably about a month and a half ago, and Andrew Fielden got in touch. And he's like, yeah, I'll totally be up for it. So I just need to work out the tech, make sure that my network can handle over Wi-Fi. Sorry, that's how the beard, all the hair's getting in my mouth. Got to make sure that my Wi-Fi can handle doing a Zoom call, the ins and outs of that, and then also do the streaming up to YouTube. I mean, I've got, like I say, 1 gig download connection I've got, so it should be, but it's actually because it's like Wi-Fi to a hub, how much they can take it. But I think that would be a great idea, is if we had basically this setup you can see on screen, but then, although Jerome says, no, we don't, Toby. If like we just had like a panel of people rowing down like the right-hand side, down kind of over there. So over here is me, and over there is everyone else kind of like rowing away on it. I think that'd be a great idea from a community point of view. Exa went funny during this week, said I had rowed 175, oh no, what, is it 175 or 1.75? Yeah, I'll get in touch. Yeah, I know Zoom ergos do it, so they do that too, and so does someone else does a Sunday morning one. I was part, I did it, I can't remember who it is, but they did one. Maybe it was Zoom ergos. I don't think it was. I can't remember, but I joined them for 1 week and it was quite a lot of fun. But I think we should try it. I'll try and maybe better to do it in an evening rather than a morning so that I've got time to set up the tech and all that stuff. But let's try the next time we're doing a sunset row, we'll try and sort that out. Okay, I'll put out a thing on the socials saying, here's the thing, dial in if you want to be part of it, and then we'll just see how it works. Okay, I think that's a good enough idea, don't you? Good, great, super. Okay, right, anyone else? Try out StreamYard. Yeah, someone else was talking about StreamYard. I will, I'll try it. And you're saying instead of Zoom or Google Meet, I wonder if that's worth, I mean, I pay for Google Meet, so 175 kilometers in 20 minutes. Well done, John. That's good. That's a good set of biceps on you. Tobias says thank you. Pack of huffing and puffing dudes on YouTube. Sounds like a weird idea. Yeah, but I think everybody should be on mute. I think that's the most important thing for that, is that everybody should be on mute, because it's my show. I need to do all the talking. Otherwise, it'd be unmanageable if everyone was talking and huffing and puffing away. Right. So that came up, participants stream only to StreamYard server. Right. Okay. But participants, because I glanced down at it, said party pants, and like, because I could have glanced at it. So party pants stream only to, that's a completely different kind of video. I was thinking actually today, I saw this is the last thing I'll say, saw a YouTube short with a woman talking about how much money she makes on OnlyFans. She makes £350,000 a month on OnlyFans. Admittedly, she was young, blonde, and extremely attractive, and I am neither of those. There's two things, can't be neither. But I was thinking, crikey, I mean, surely someone out there's got some kind of, I don't know. It's like some of the stuff you hear about on OnlyFans. But yeah. Anyway, right. Not sure anyone deserves to see me as a sweaty mess, says Gavin Rowland. Okay, right, I'm going to stop reading messages. I'm going to say thanks, everyone. Hang on, before I say goodbye. Thanks, everyone. Because you've all got better things to do. I've got to go make dinner as well and go pick up a kid. I hate this iPad keyboard with German autocorrection activated. Yeah, mine does Spanish because I was learning Spanish. Anyway, right, we're done. So thank you so much for joining me. Remember, next week is 9 o'clock in the morning. Remember to watch my Hyrox review. Keep an eye out for the Hyrox Masterclass as well, because it will help your rowing in terms of how I talk about how power gets into the machine. It's only the back end of the video where I start to talk about the specifics of the Hyrox rowers, but then it will also help in terms of how you feel during the row. If you're energy tanks, you can go, all right, I can use stroke rate versus power and stuff. So keep an eye out for that. And I will see you next week at 9 o'clock in the morning for another one of these here, probably on the RP3. Have a fantastic week. Look after yourselves. Make sure and have something to drink and eat now after that half-hour row. And then I will see you in some form or another in a week's time. And I'm going to hit stop streaming on here, which I think also then, does it instantly stop there? I've never actually looked. Does it instantly stop there? Oh no, I do actually have to hit confirm. So I'm going to hit confirm here, and I'll see you all next week. Take care of yourselves. Be well. Row well.